Hey, what's going on, APUSH people? We have video number 22 for you. This one is on African American communities and the Missouri Compromise. Before we begin, I want to give a shout out to Mr. Daly's class at Westbrook High School. Thanks for watching. Best of luck. You all are brilliant and will do great this year. Let's start off talking about African American communities, especially communities for enslaved African Americans. They created these communities and strategies to protect their dignity and family structures. One of the horrors of slavery was the fact that any member of a family could be sold to a faraway plantation, never to see their family again. So one way that slaves sought to cope with this was to create surrogate families when a slave was sold. There would be families that would take on the role of immediate families for these slaves that were sold on other plantations. Music was used to help pass time while working and while not working, and this was instrumental in religious services for African Americans as well. Enslaved African Americans also joined political efforts to change their status. An example of this is the American Anti-Slavery Society, which we will talk about in detail in video number 26. Jumping over to the Missouri Compromise, also known as the Compromise of 1820. Let's get some background or historical context on this first. Well, prior to this, there are 22 states in the country, 11 are free and 11 are slaves. So there is a balance of free and slave states. Missouri, located in this yellow area here, is going to apply for statehood in 1819 from the Louisiana Territory, and they would apply as a slave state, which would upset the balance of free and slave states. This would make it 12 slave and 11 free, and the North is not going to be in favor of that because they would be outnumbered in the Senate. Now, at the same time, we have the Talmadge Amendment, which would allow for emancipation of children of slaves in Missouri. Once they reach the age of 25, these children would be free. The House will favor this, but the Senate rejected it. So this never comes to fruition. This does show tensions in Congress over the issue of slavery. So Henry Clay will help mollify this dispute. And there are three parts to the Missouri Compromise that you need to know. Part number one, Missouri was added as a slave state. Part number two, Maine was added as a free state. So now we have 12 slave with the addition of Missouri and 12 free with the addition of Maine. All future states in the Louisiana Territory above the latitude line of 36 degrees 30 north would be slave. All below would be free. So there would be no debate in the Louisiana Territory whether a state should be free or slave. You would just have to look at where it fell in regards to the 36-30 line. So what's the impact of the Missouri Compromise? Well, the balance is going to remain at 12 free, 12 slave, as I mentioned. States were admitted into the Union in alternating free and slave states in the short term, so that balance will be kept in the future. This will last for 34 years until the Kansas-Nebraska Act, led by this guy, Stephen Douglas, will overturn it. And as the U.S. expanded beyond the Louisiana Territory, especially when we get to period 5, slavery became the number one issue. So every time the U.S. expands, when we get to the Mexican-American War, we'll see this. The number one question will be, will this land be free or slave? And new compromises and court cases would attempt to address this issue, which we'll talk about in the future, and they will not be successful at addressing this issue. African American communities, no characteristics of them. How did they seek to preserve their dignity and family structures? And definitely know three parts of the Missouri Compromise. Again, Missouri is slave, Maine is free, and that 36-30 line, everything above is free, everything below is slave. All right, guys, thanks for watching. Look forward to seeing you back here for video number 23. Best of luck on all your exams, and have a good day.